Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I am so thrilled you're here because I've designed this session to be your definitive, ultimate study guide on English adjectives. Whether you're an absolute beginner just starting to piece words together or an advanced learner looking to finally lock down those tricky grammar rules, this complete lesson is totally for you. As a teacher, I've noticed that adjectives are often the secret ingredient that takes your English from just functional to truly vibrant and fluent. We're going to break down everything you need to know so you can start expressing yourself with total confidence. All right, let's dive right in.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll look at suffixes that change meaning, the correct adjective order, how to build complex sentences, adjective preposition combinations, and finally, those tricky prepositions, at versus by. Let's get to it.
Section 1. Suffixes that change meaning.
Okay, so before we start taking words apart, let's lay down a quick foundation. What exactly is an adjective? Well, it's simply a word that describes or modifies a noun or a pronoun. Without them, honestly, our language would just fall totally flat. Adjectives are what give us color, emotion, and detail. They're what tell us if a car is noisy, if the sky is cloudless, or if a friend is generous.
Think of this next part as your ultimate vocabulary cheat sheet. Let's look at some really common suffixes. Take full. It literally means full of, like a joyful smile. Now its exact opposite is less, meaning without. So a cloudless sky has 0 clouds. Then we've got ois, which also means full of, but it usually points to character traits or even danger, like generous. And finally, y means characterized by something. A messy room is characterized by a mess. Honestly, if you just memorize these endings, you're going to instantly be able to guess the meaning of hundreds of new words.
Now, here's another major suffix rule, and honestly, this one trips up even advanced students. It's about verbs acting as adjectives, which we call participles. The absolutely crucial difference here is between ing and ed. Words ending in ing, present participles, describe ongoing actions, effects, or how something makes us feel. Think of a boring story. The story itself is causing the boredom, right? On the flip side, ed words, past participles, describe the result of an action. So a closed door is a door that someone has already closed. Basically, ing is the cause and ed is the result.
Section 2. The correct adjective order.
Okay, did you know that when native English speakers stack multiple adjectives, they're actually following a very specific, subconscious sequence? It's completely true. And if you mess up the sequence, the sentence just kind of sounds off. I'd actually recommend grabbing a screenshot of this summary chart right now because it is literally your golden rulebook. Let's walk through the standard order, positions 1 through 10. 1. Determiner or number, like A or 90. 2. Opinion, beautiful. 3. Size, big. 4. Shape, round. 5. Age, old. 6. Color, blue. 7. Material, wooden. 8. Origin, American. 9. Purpose, like hiking. And 10, the noun itself, boots. It sounds like a lot to remember, I know, but let's practice it.
Section 3. Building complex sentences.
Let's put this rule to work and see how a sentence actually builds step by step. Look at step 1. We start super simple, a table. Step 2, let's add what it's made of. Material comes right before the noun, right? So it's a wooden table. Step 3, let's toss in its shape. Checking our rule book. Shape comes before material, so a round wooden table. And finally, step 4, size. Size comes before shape, so our final, perfectly structured complex sentence is a big, round wooden table. Size, then shape, then material.
Let's look at another one to really lock this in. A beautiful long silk dress. First, our opinion, beautiful. Then its size, long. And finally, its material, silk. Opinion, size, material, noun. If you were to say a silk, long, beautiful dress, it would sound super jarring to a native ear, but now you know exactly how to stack them smoothly.
Section 4. Adjective preposition combinations.
All right, now that you're a pro at stacking adjectives, let's tackle our next fluency challenge. A lot of the time, an adjective doesn't just stand alone. It naturally pairs with a specific preposition to make a complete thought. And there's a subtle but really essential difference here. Take a look at nice of you versus kind to me. Why use of for one and to for the other? Well, we use of when we're describing someone's general behavior, like, it was nice of you to help. But if we're talking about how someone treats another person specifically, we use to. They were very kind to me. So, behavior is of, treatment is to.
The reality here is that a lot of these combinations just have to be memorized. Here's a list of essential pairings you're going to hear native speakers use literally every single day. I'd love for you to say these out loud with me right now if you can. Ready? Afraid of spiders. Proud of your work. Good at cooking. Famous for its art. Interested in science. Dependent on parents. The more you practice these, the more automatic they're going to feel in conversation.
Section 5. Tricky prepositions. At versus by.
These tiny little words cause so much stress for English learners, so let's just clear this up right now. I want to test your intuition. If you have a really strong reaction to an event, which combination is correct? Is it shocked at the news or shocked by the news? Take a second. Which one sounds right to you?
Well, the huge relief here is that both are totally fine. When you're using adjectives that describe surprise or a strong reaction, like shocked, amazed, surprised, you actually have complete flexibility. You can say, I was shocked by the news, or we were amazed at her performance. Either preposition, by or at, gets your feeling across perfectly without any grammar mistakes. Now, you don't always get that flexibility. Let's look at the word sorry, because this is a really frequent error. There's a strict rule here. We say we are sorry about a situation or a thing, like I'm sorry about the noise. But if we're apologizing for a specific action we did, a verb, we use for plus the ing form. I'm sorry for shouting at you. So remember, sorry about a thing, sorry for doing an action.
But wait, there is one super important exception to that sorry for rule. You can also use sorry for followed by a person's name, but it totally changes the meaning. If you say, I feel sorry for George, you're not apologizing to George. You're expressing sympathy or pity because he's going through a tough time. It's a really empathetic, highly useful phrase to have in your back pocket.
So, we've covered suffixes, adjective order, and those powerful preposition combos today. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a quick homework challenge. Head down to the comments and see if you can write a complex sentence using a suffix like full or less and pair it correctly with a preposition combination. Something like, I am immensely joyful about my test results. Give it a try, and remember, grammar only becomes your true voice when you practice it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.